It's been a hectic series of court hearings for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal since Wednesday this week when he first approached the Delhi High Court challenging the summons issued to him by the Enforcement Directorate in the Delhi excise policy case. On Wednesday, the Chief Minister knocked on the doors of the High Court challenging the summons compelling his appearance. The Delhi High Court in a big statement asked Kejriwal why he couldn't appear before the ED. "You are an Indian citizen first," the High Court told him. "Why can't you appear before the investigating agency?" the judge asked. As was expected, the Delhi High Court refused any interim relief to the Delhi CM at the end of the hearing on Wednesday. Hours later on Thursday, apprehending arrest, Arvind Kejriwal went back to the High Court once again. On Thursday, Kejriwal's lawyer senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi told the High Court that Kejriwal is ready to appear before the ED as long as they give an assurance before the court that they will not arrest him. Alternatively, Kejriwal asked for an order from the High Court directing that no coercive action be taken against him if he appears before the probe agency for answering their questions. It was a firecracker of a hearing before the Delhi High Court during which Singhvi claimed that Kejriwal would be placed under arrest as soon as he appears before the probe agency. Singhvi further said that the ED had not even once informed Kejriwal about the reasons or the provisions under which he was being summoned by the ED. The Delhi HC candidly asked the probe agency if they have any evidence against Kejriwal. ED told court that they had a file ready with the complete evidence against Kejriwal that had been gathered during the probe in the excise policy case. The High Court went through the evidence collected by the ED in detail before denying any relief to Kejriwal once again. Hours after the second HC order denying relief to Kejriwal, ED officials were at his door to search his residence. After the search was conducted and certain evidence was seized, Kejriwal was officially placed under arrest on Thursday night. Within minutes, his lawyers rushed to the Supreme Court with a fresh plea challenging his arrest. Late at night, Kejriwal's lawyers stood outside the residence of the Registrar General of the Supreme Court trying to get an urgent midnight hearing of their case. The Supreme Court, however, refused to allow any such midnight mentioning and the request was denied. When court assembled at 10:30 am on Friday morning, senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi was standing before the bench led by the Chief Justice of India asking for an urgent hearing of their petition. The CJI agreed for the matter to be heard immediately. But simultaneously, before the second senior-most judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, another hearing in the same case was going on. Kapil Sibal, who was at the same time appearing for BRS leader K. Kavita, also arrested in the excise policy case, told the Supreme Court that he was very disappointed with what was happening in the country. The Supreme Court told Sibal to not be emotional and eventually interim relief was denied to K. Kavita as well. The court asked her to approach trial court for bail. Minutes after the setback to K. Kavita, Kejriwal decided to withdraw the plea that he had tried so hard to get listed urgently. Singhvi told Supreme Court that they are withdrawing the plea and would challenge remand before the trial court instead. The court allowed this withdrawal. At 2:30 on the same afternoon, Kejriwal was produced before the special PMLA court in Rouse Avenue for his custody hearing. As Kejriwal's coming few days hang in balance, the legal trouble for Kejriwal only seemed to be starting. Arrested under the stringent Prevention of Money Laundering Act, getting bail for Kejriwal is likely to be an uphill battle before the court of law.
Click on the link in the description to read more about the story. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe to Law Today for more updates about what is happening in courts across the country.